Hi, what's up, you guys? Today I have two pretty dope people from a indie Seattle-based band, Summerschool. Their music is, happy bop West Coast mixed with a lot of honest self-reflection. And I had a lot of fun interviewing these guys. They're funny. I like their little banter that they have. I can only imagine that continues into their performances. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode, and I hope you check them out in the end. Let's go. All right, hi you guys. Welcome to Unclur with Clur. We are in our second episode, and we're going to be doing an interview today with the cool Seattle indie-based band, Summerschool. So here you guys, we have Legend and Joseph here for you guys.
Hey, I'm Joseph. We're Summerschool. I got my buddy here, Legend.
How's it going?
Right,
yeah, thanks for having us.
You're welcome, you guys. I'm excited to have you. I've been listening to your music, obviously, a lot. I think I messaged you guys telling you remind me a lot of Hippocampus. I also think you guys remind me of like Vampire Weekend, but more West Coast because I know they're more New York based.
Oh, nice. That is nice.
You definitely nailed like the comps for sure. Those are both like huge influences for us.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, I listened to them the indie kind of bands a lot in high school. But like I've been trying to get back into it. I'm 27 now, so I want to be like, let's go back to what I used to listen to because it is very calming. So what I want the listeners and people who are possibly watching to know is, what is Summerschool all about? Like, what makes you guys different from others and makes people think like, oh, I gotta check out these guys. Who are they?
At least on my end, I think what Summerschool would be for like their identity would be a fun band that has a lot of positivity and navigating through life with a bunch things that are negative in life, and just trying to sing songs to make life a little more positive. I think also wanting to make people dance and smile through our music and bring sunshine, make Seattle summer all year round type of thing.
Oh, I like the sunshine part because that's a kind of like I get a little bop, but I'm also like smiling and like giggling.
Yeah.
So I like that idea. Yeah.
Thanks.
What do you think, Legend? What would you say?
Yeah, I think Joe really nailed it. I think just a group of guys who play music together, and I think we try not to take ourselves like too seriously, and you could kind of tell through like our songs are pretty like upbeat and kind of loose. Yeah, our live shows are, I like to think that we're like upbeat and dancey and having fun, and we mess up. We're not perfect. Really thankful to anyone that listens to us or goes to our shows. It's very much appreciated.
Oh yeah, anybody who is like taking a second to listen to you guys is always like more motivation for you. Like someone looking at you, you're like, okay, I got their attention.
For sure, yeah. Definitely. Like we love how much people have supported us and shared our song online and stuff. Like it means a lot because we're like, this is just a song we wrote like kind of on a whim, and we'll talk about it later. But yeah, like Sour Candy's a lot like that.
So I know you two used to work with, I apologize if I'm butchering his name, Karen Kuwata in LA, the pop producer. So I know you guys met there, but how did the rest of the band get together?
I'll let Legend puzzle. He's kind of like the guy from Avengers, Samuel L. Jackson, whatever his character is.
That's great. We met through Cameron, as you just said, but the rest of the guys, like we kind of just found on the internet in Seattle, kind of like mutual friends and stuff like that. So it kind of all pieced together. The good thing about the music scene that we're from in Seattle is there's a lot of shows going on every night. So going to shows and just enjoy music, like we'll meet people, and eventually it was just like, oh, hey, like you play guitar, you play bass, you play drums, like do you want to play in this band that we have? I think that's the cool part is we didn't grow up together or anything, but just all being in the same city and playing music, it all kind of came together. So pretty organically. Yeah, super lucky to have Drew, Tyler, and the other Joseph part of our band.
So I know Joe, I know you sing, and Legend, you guitar, right?
Yeah, I play guitar and then dabble in bass every now and then. Yeah.
Okay. And then you said Drew and Tyler and Joseph number 2. What instruments do they play?
Drew plays the drums. Tyler plays lead guitar, and also Joseph plays like an alternate lead guitar, so they kind of go off on their own. We had like a weird thing going on just because like Legend was on bass for last year and I was on rhythm guitar. And so when we added these two guys, they're just kind of taking turns on soloing because both different styles. Eventually, we wanted to move where everyone could do a little bit more of other instruments, like maybe Legend will hop on the synths, or I will. Joe also plays like a trumpet. Maybe he can hop on that. And so having everyone kind of use their musicality in all spectrum would be kind of ideal for this band. I don't think we fully found the exact genre that we're in. Indie is such a big and very, very big genre to just say like this is what all indie is.
Is
but
it the umbrella term? Yeah.
Yeah, and there's more within there, and so I don't know exactly where we're landing, but we're down to experiment in all in all spectrums of it.
Oh yeah, and I feel like I really like seeing the evolution of artists too. Like, you know, like Post Malone started off as like a rapper essentially. Now he's a country singer.
Yeah.
Halsey's been experimenting with like, I mean, in the beginning I call her music pretty music, and now she's possibly doing another pop punk album. I don't know, but I mean, you guys are pretty. How new are you guys? Would you say like years in?
Year half.
Year and a half.
I think we're on year half, maybe close to 2 years.
Yeah, you guys are, I mean, you guys are already doing really great, but I can totally see you guys going more over, like, expanding outside of, I mean, if I were to describe you guys, be like indie rock. I can see you guys expanding more outside of that.
For sure.
I feel like you could have a little bit of a psychedelic sound to it, so that'd be interesting to see. Just planting the seed, but but that's it. Yeah. So I love that you guys all found each other in Seattle, because I feel like you said, you guys didn't grow up with each other, but you're from the same city, so you guys have like the similar sound and the idea of the sound that you want, and you have that West Coast sound too, and like that's what a lot of people over here love. And I'm on the East Coast, and we're all like, no, I'm from New England, so it's all like sad, not sad,
yeah,
but, you know, it's just kind of gloomy music, and like we all want to hear the little like West Coast kind of happy sunshine, like you guys said. So yeah, I really like your guys' sound.
Thank you.
So with the sound, you're welcome. Like your background, like what was, I mean, this could be when you were a kid or like you're a teen or like, you know, now we're adults. I don't like, how old are you guys, by the way?
I'm 30.
30?
I'm 30 as well.
God.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you guys are a young 30. I'm 27. Oh my God. I thought you were my age. But like background wise, what was like a moment when you were a kid or a teen when you're like, okay, music is where I want to go. Like that's the career I want to take.
Yeah, I guess I'm similar to maybe to you as well, but I felt like for our generation, like we had a lot of bands, you know, like I don't know if it's a dying breed right now, but you know, like the 2010s and 2000s just had so many great bands and so many people
agree with that.
Yeah, like indie music was so dope.
But also, I don't know if we established it yet, by the way, but Legend and I are not from Seattle exactly. So we grew up where the sunshine is. So Legend grew up in California. And so that music scene there is on its own trajectory. And I'm from Hawaii, so like alone, I'm sure you guys can kind of have an idea why we chose the band name Summerschool.
Well, where did the school part of it come in from? Like,
so we
just on a whim.
we were after practice. We were like at a pizza bar, just trying to like come up with a band name. And this bar had like DVDs on the wall or some, you know, bars just always got some
stickers,
stickers, and it had the movie like Ski School, and Joseph really liked that. I think he was like, that's kind of cool, and
so like nostalgia almost
Yeah.
like school.
Yeah.
It was an old like 90s movie. I could be wrong, but it was like a 90s or 2000s movie. So for a little bit there, we were called Benji School because one of the guys in our band at the time had a dog named Benji, and we were like, it'd be cool if we like put Benji through school. And so we were Benji School. I guess like it just didn't really take off, and we probably only had it for a few weeks, and then I was like, why not just summer school? Like, feels a little easier on the tongue, and just like, we like to be, you know, everyone likes the summer, so we kind of rode with that.
And to tie back with the 2000s, 2010s, like, that's the music we all grew up on. We were already in school, so I feel like that summer in the school kind of just brings it together. So I love that for you guys. But like before you guys met, what was, and personally for both of you, like what was the moment you're like, I want to take music seriously?
At least for me, I was in a different band prior to this, back in Hawaii, where I grew up. I grew up with a lot of great musicians. I also grew up in reggae music. I really wanted to do reggae music until I started opening up the doors and I listened to Vampire Weekend. And I was like, holy crap, I want to be Vampire Weekend. Like one day I want to do what the heck, whatever they're doing, whatever type of music this is, I want in. And it just opened more doors from there. My first band started covering like Vampire Weekend songs and Hippocampus songs,
So
which
funny.
is
Oh my God.
it's that's why I'm like that is on point. We did well and we started writing songs, and I saw that there is potential in my capabilities as a songwriter to pursue music, even for big or small. Like there's something I can do with music, and so that's when I kind of realized around college when that band started, where I was like, I think I could definitely do this. And I almost decided to quit school. And then COVID hit, so yeah.
Yeah.
And it went downhill. Oh, yeah.
How about you, Legend? What was your moment?
I think for me, like, shout outs to growing up in Southern California. Like, there was so much cool, like, indie and punk music. Yeah, like, growing up in that, it was just easy. Like, all my friends, like, played music. People played in bands. Like, you would go watch bands of the juniors in high school, or the seniors had a band, and they had a cool band. I got to see Two Door Cinema Club live one year. I think it was like 2011, and this was like their, you know, peak of like their rockness, and it was just like their guitar chords and the way it was like dancey and fast, and it was just like, oh, that's what a band could be. Yeah, I just fell in love with it, fell in love with the process. I think the big thing too, like, I forget about is like how cheap shows used to be. I know they right, like they're not cheap anymore, but like, you know, back in the day you could see cool bands for like you know, $15, $10 at your local venue, and it'd be like Joyce Manor or something. You know, it'd be like you'd see Modern Baseball for $20. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw Joyce Manor in Hawaii with some of my friends that opened up for $10.
Yeah.
At a small dive bar. Just like to put that in perspective. And we like crowd surf and everything and like moshed. So,
yeah, the ticket. I don't want to talk bad about any big corporations, but like they really took that away from us, because nowadays, yeah, you might be spending, you know, a couple $100 to go see Joyce Manor, and that sucks, you know.
Oh yeah, my sister was in line just to see how much Harry Styles tickets were, and she was 10,000th in line, and all of the ones we wanted were gone, and it was like $1,000 was left.
Yeah,
that's
wow.
Funny. Like, yeah, no.
Sorry, Harry.
I know. I love that you said like the big corporations, because that's what Indie Bubble's all about, is focusing on independent artists, because the mainstream's really taking over, because, you know, TikTok and everything. Like, I don't get me wrong, I found some really cool people on TikTok, but it is just like one-hit wonders, or, you know, they all of a sudden, you know, I feel like a lot of mainstream artists are also like, I hate that I'm catering to TikTok. I wish it was just my own thing. So
this sounds like a get off my lawn type thing, but like you know, like we weren't doing the whole TikTok like 15 seconds. Like you just wanted to write like a full song and a full album, and listening to CDs in your car, good and bad, like there are really dope, like you said, there are really cool music coming out and on TikTok and stuff too.
It's hard. It's a hard topic to talk about.
Yeah. Legends and Unk, so he has to get off my lawn.
Come on, dude.
Come on, bro.
Get off my lawn.
He's an old soul. It's okay.
Get out my swamp.
Yeah. I know. I'll say this. It is crazy, like you hear old people talk about like, oh, dude, like Metallica or like AC/DC was like so sick, and then now like one day we'll be like, oh, like you don't know anything about the 1975. Like they were so good. Like
oh my God,
that'll
so
be like
good.
the old band, or
I saw them.
Whatever. Yeah.
How old was I? I think I was 16. I saw them here at the Oakdale Theater, and packed. I think they just didn't check tickets, but like that was the craziest thing I've ever seen. Like every now and then, like on my computer, like show me photos from it, and I was just like, that should have been their cover for their next album. Like Maddie just cigarette, wine bottle, like everything.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah,
I miss that. But you guys went on tour in June, right, for your Someone tour?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So
you also performed at North by Northeast. How was that? And you performed at am I saying it right? Barboza in Seattle? So what was that like? Was that like when you finished your tour, was that like, okay, I want to keep doing this more. I want bigger opportunities like that?
The tour was great to start off with, and shout out to Legend for putting it all together. We also went on a mini tour in Austin for South by Southwest months before that, like 3 months before that. And so coming to this tour of 10 days of just being on a road, different cities every day, by the time we got home to Barboza, I couldn't believe how much I love music, but I also wanted to just take a break from music. And I think that's my unk that's like showing up. I was like, I am not meant for this. I just want to keep writing songs, but I was like, holy crap, I'm exhausted, man.
Yeah.
But, whatever it was, Barboza was actually, that last show in Barboza was a really dope show, just to bring it back home. When I first started to go to shows in Seattle, there are big goals and small goals. And small goals was, I was like, one day it would be cool to perform in Barboza. I didn't know how I was going to get there because I didn't know anyone, didn't have a band until I was like, maybe it won't happen, but whatever. It would be still a cool idea to do so. And to perform in Barboza was very killer. So yeah, very appreciative.
You're like home base, and you're like, this feels right. Like,
Exactly.
Yeah. So, Legend, you put it all together. What was that like, trying to get the tour organized and everything?
It's way more easy now, and I think super accessible to people. I think for us, like, we applied to a few like music festivals and got accepted, and I think then it was just like putting the routing together. In a way, it was kind of like just planning a road trip with your friends. A little bit of like logistics and hiccups and stuff like that. We had to drive
salesman. Yeah.
Yeah, we had to drive from Toronto to New York City in one night. Poor planning on my part. Got to New York City at like 2 p.m. and I think our show that night was like 8 p.m. So and everyone was so tired. But
Joseph already looks tired.
Yeah, he's like tired thinking about it.
No. Listen. This story had way more juice than you're telling it. But we had back-to-back shows that all those shows ended at like 11 p.m. earliest. And so going from one part to the next part and then an 8-hour drive to New York City to play another till like, nighttime show, and then to wake up for a afternoon show in Philadelphia and to catch a flight that same day.
Joseph left out the part where like they all partied super hard in New York City on a Friday night. He left out that part. He didn't want to
I mean, you're in
Slip
New York
that
City.
in
You
there.
kind of
Yeah.
have to, though.
Yeah, we partied.
New York is
Your
great.
networking is what you're doing. You're
Yeah,
networking.
Yeah.
exactly. Me and the other Joe went to a bender. We partied really hard, and then we woke up, and
And welcome
Legend
to
was
Brooklyn.
like, "Yo, dude, we're about to leave your ass." And it was like our call time to go to Philadelphia was like 8 o'clock. It was already 10:30 when we woke up, and we were like, "Holy f, we're gonna be late." And we have to still drive to Philadelphia and sound check and blah blah blah. And
Yeah.
as I think about it, I was like, "Holy crap, we did that all. That is
Ha-
insane."
Have you been
It was
to
your first
Toronto?
tour, right? Too.
Yeah, it was our first tour. as
Yeah,
a group.
yeah.
Have you been to
It's the first
Toronto?
time. No, I haven't been really wanting to though.
It's great.
Yeah, I
it's
think you
nice.
would like it. I was surprised. It's is huge. It's like
Yeah,
it's like
like,
their New
I'm-
York City.
Back to Seattle. Where do you guys perform locally? Like, what's your favorite like venue to be at?
Ooh, we've been jumping around. I think we haven't double played a venue just yet to say like our hometown spot just yet. But at least on my end, I can tell you my favorite venue that we played so far, and I think it was just because the energy of the crowd was great, and it was Madame Lou's, but they just closed down. But it was a really nice venue, and upstairs was it's like a bigger venue called Crocodile. That's like when you say like you're performing in Madame Lou's or Crocodile, a lot of people are like, "Oh wow, that's a pretty big venue or whatever." So I think that venue had a lot of energy. The people were great when we pulled up. Sound system was great, but we were so sad to hear that they are closing or closed now as we speak. Yeah.
That's the worst. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's been a couple places in New York City. My sister's fiance, his family had an apartment there, and their favorite Chinese place shut down, and their favorite venues shut down, and it's just like, no, what's like, and it's like, what are these going to turn into, cafes? Like,
Yeah. Another yoga studio, another
another
Pilates
something.
studio. Yeah. I hear that.
I mean, it is if it's yoga or Pilates, that's healthy either way. But yeah, when you guys perform, what, like you said, you guys want it to be like sunshine, you want it to be dancey. Like, is that what you see a lot when you perform, or is it like? Because I can only imagine your music really does bring people together, and like there's that one connection that everyone can have.
Yeah, I think a lot of jokes is pulled during
It's like stand up for Joseph.
Yeah.
Forgets he's on
I love
stage.
that.
Yeah.
We got
I
some
like to make
comedians in our band.
I like to make lots of jokes. Tyler also is a great partner to banter with. Shout out to him. So when we're on stage, it's just nice to kind of loosen up by making jokes. And so I think that's one part of us to really bring in to make people feel like, hey, this is just us dudes hanging out. It could be a practice room, but it is a venue. And we're gonna play you guys some good music and music that we wrote. And so from there on, kind of set a tone, very sunshine vibes type of thing.
Yeah, you want it to be like a personal, friendly vibe. Like,
Yeah.
take yourself seriously. Yeah,
Like
Oh,
this
I
is
love
just this is just your buddies that are
Yeah.
goofing off on stage, and we're just a little bit more upscale from karaoke and singing some of our original songs.
That's awesome.
It's like live
Yeah.
karaoke,
Live karaoke.
Pretty much.
Yeah, there's a place in Hartford, Arch Street Tavern. I've seen like a Fish cover band there. Kids That Fly. It's actually a guy from my high school. He created this band with a couple friends from UConn. They perform there too, and they're very much same. Like they're kind of just silly gooses. They do covers.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
That's awesome.
first time I saw them was my friend's birthday. They sang her happy birthday. It's just very.
Yeah.
Everyone was just friends, even if we didn't know each other. We were all friends.
Yeah, that's exactly like the vibe. And I've been to shows where local bands were very pretentious, and I get it. Part of your MO, you want to be like, I don't know, Matt Healy or something.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
can
you have
come
a
off.
certain image.
Yeah, it's cool, but it doesn't work though for some, and then it can come off as kind of very douchey. So I think we wanted to really avoid that, and there's only could be one Matt Healy. The identity
Yeah.
that at least I want to have for summer school is because I met Mac DeMarco in person. My old band used to not used to. My old band opened up for Mac DeMarco
Oh
back in
wow.
Hawaii. And when I met the dude, that guy's the like chillest dude. I know they say never meet your heroes, but this is one of them where like this guy was not a bad hero to meet.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I
That's
wanted
nice.
to be like that where it's just very inviting and just like very professional but very inviting at the same time and no drama type of thing.
Okay, so before we get into sour candy, I want to know what your guys' process is when it comes to writing, and like what do you guys do when you experience writer's block? Like, what gets you out of that?
For summer school, we haven't nailed it just yet exactly on song process, but at least for Sour Candy, Legend wrote this cool riff, which was the whole chord progression for the song. And I was like, yo, I think this might be a really cool song to write over. I just started humming, and then from there, I was like, Legend, can I take like a stab at it and I'll start writing something on it? And then kind of that's how we work. Kind of Legend created like the scaffolding for the song, and I started kind of building from there.
The second part of your question about like writer's block, for me at least, like there's days when I like try really hard to write something like that and it never works out. And then like for Sour Candy, it was just very like random Tuesday kind of thing. Didn't think much of it, sent it to Joe, and he ended up really liking it. So I think, I don't know, it's sort of random, and there's no like real method or way that these songs kind of come together, which I don't know if is a good or a bad thing. But yeah, it's kind of how we've been working at it and not forcing ourselves, because I do think like, you know, we just got to go live life and you know, have good and bad days, and then next thing you know, you're back on the guitar writing something. So
Yeah,
just the ebbs and flows of life, I think, make it really cool.
Yeah, I agree with the
agreed.
random aspect of it, because like I'll be singing a song to my cat, but it's like about her. And then I'll be
Yeah.
like, wait, that's like kind of a good tune or like or flow, whatever. And like especially when I write poetry, I'll hear someone say something, or I'll be listening to a song, I'm like, that's a cool line, and I'll like somehow, you know, make my own but with that same theme, and I'll just take it over from there. But like for you guys, like in the past, not just with summer school, but in the past, what comes first? Do you think the beat, or is it more the lyrics, or is it like vice versa, whatever happens?
That's a great question.
Similar to you guys, I sing a tune in my head, but my brain also somehow could kind of hear how the guitar works and how it will be played at the same time. And kind of just like go through that phase of just like listening to how my brain will transition from verse to chorus while I sing that tune in my head. And I'll start writing or just like freestyling in my head like different words that will work. And then I'll come home with a voice memo also. Well, if I was in the car, I would voice memo it. So as soon as I get home, I'll start looking for the chords to kind of play over it. And usually that way for me works best. And for Sour Candy, it was a little different. It was obviously the tune came first, or the chord progression came first, and then you write over it, which at first could be very difficult because then the pressure is on you and what you should write about. But somehow I found a way to navigate through it. And I think the other three songs that we had was also just starting from scratch, like having the Legend create like something for me to write over. So this new song that we're working on has been the other way that I like doing, where it's in my head and then just come home and play the guitar.
No, for me too. It's a lot in my head, but it wasn't until like I guess in the last year. I'm like, I should write this down. I should record it rather than like driving. I'm like, I'll remember when I get home. I completely forget.
Oh no, there's no way. Yeah, that's why I like do a voice memo now. I'm like, yeah, work on something while you're in the car.
Siri is my best friend when driving. So
yeah.
Okay, so Sour Candy. I thoroughly enjoy this song.
Great.
You know, you guys popped up on my Instagram like I was just telling you, and I was like, this is a fun little bop. But what is Sour Candy about? It's obviously like a little bit of a love song, but also a little bit of like a rock in a hard place kind of thing. So what is it to you guys?
I'm actually curious what you actually think that it means before we even get to it.
It's kind of like I love you, but I hate you kind of thing. Like kind of like you're toxic for me, but you also bring out the best in me. Why is that?
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah.
That is correct. Sour Candy is definitely a love and hate type of energy where you're very sweet to me in some days, but you could be very sour, and that's where like this whole entanglement kind of comes around, where we're just like, I don't know what we're doing together, because right now I'm not feeling this, and then next thing you know, the next day is like, you know what, you're not that bad.
Yeah, literally a rock in a hard place. You're like, do I like you? Do I like the idea of you? I get it. I think my favorite like line, set of lines in that song is probably that I hate the way you make me feel, but I'm so jaded, can't deny the thrill. I think I think that, and that's the beginning of the song, and I absolutely loved it because like, I mean, I too sometimes too. I'm like, I feel like I'm so boring, and then I meet somebody that's like, you know, I'm like emotional connection with, and I'm just like, okay, but like maybe I'm not that boring because of you. So that was my favorite part of the whole song. But I mean, now that you just said that, like, you know, sometimes it's sweet, sometimes it's sour, the line where you say, where's the sweeter days, and then you end it with, now I'm stuck with sour candy, that totally makes sense now hearing that from you. But that sour sweet concept, do you think it's like an addictive kind of thing that you can't escape, or is it more like love is hard, but that's okay?
No, it's an addictive thing, because there's some people that just love to be in toxic places. If you're neurotic that way. Prior to my current relationship, I think like I always gave people chances, and I'm like, yeah, you know, maybe it's just a bad day for you. And then I start realizing, like, holy crap, like, they're not that great of a person. I keep giving them, but, like, somehow I get roped in, and I'm like, yeah, I'm just crazy, maybe. So it's
maybe
funny
I
how...
just like the danger.
Maybe I just like being way too close to the edge. Like, and I live my life like that, where I'm constantly in somewhat of fear and passion at the same time. You don't know what's going to happen to you. You could be yelling at each other, or you guys could be laughing, or, you know. So that's what this song is all about, pretty much.
Yeah, I love. What about you, Legend? Is it more of an addictive thing for you, or is it like love is just hard and you gotta deal with it?
I personally, like, I like the story that you brought up about like meeting people. I feel like the relationships that are like topsy-turvy, it's more interesting in my opinion, and kind of keeps you hooked. Whereas, like, I don't know, if you just had something sweet, like, it's kind of boring, right? Like, you can. I used to love Oreos. Yeah, I used to love Oreos. Like, I could only eat so many, and before it just kind of wears on you. So
switch it up.
Yeah, I think so, and I think it always. I don't know. Everyone has their own personal story, but I feel like those like love-hate relationships always end leaving you feeling a little bit weird about the whole situation, and that like just kind of lingers. Yeah, that kind of lingers. Yeah. My current partner, she loves like sour candy, like not the song, maybe the song, but but she loves like the sour candies at the store and Mike and Ike's, and I find that very endearing. So it has like a two meaning to the song because
Yeah.
it's also a great snack, you know.
Not just some story, there's the personal connection with it too. I like that. I like that a lot. That's really cute though.
Yeah, she shout out Mike and Ike's sour candy. Shout outs
The most
like any
underrated candy.
any sour version of any candy is pretty great.
And I also really like that you guys are using like the sensory aspects rather than just like personal experience, because I mean we've all tasted sour and sweet. We know what exactly that's like, so it's easy to connect it with your own personal life or experience or whatever it is for that person. So I love that.
No, I like that you say that because I used to work with a partner that likes to emphasize using sensory as a thing, because a lot of the artists that she liked listening to during that time were very into imagery in writing. Mm-hmm. So I really had to think about when I wrote this song, the chorus was actually the first thing I wrote, because then that kind of just like settles it. This is what the story's about. Mm-hmm. And it's about this. And so when I started writing, oh my darling, can you steer away? And I was like, okay, what am I saying? And then by the time we got to the second part where we started talking about like, you used to be sweet, now you're sour, I was like, okay, I think I'm on something here. Mm-hmm. I think people are going to imagine like their partner they're currently with or like an old fling and kind of be reminded of that. And I was like, I think I'm on something here. I'm going to keep writing.
And it's not even like intimate relationships too. It could be like business relationships or just platonic, like
or friends.
Like
just your best friend.
Yeah. I love that's awesome. Yeah, because I am obsessed with imagery. I'm obsessed with the sensory things because you know you could write a song, like you could write a poem or a song about the spring, but someone could be like, I don't feel the spring. So you got to bring in those sensories and everything, and the figurative language, and then that's when people are like, "Oh, I see it now." Yeah, see it or feel it, whatever it is.
Big time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I love that you brought that up because there's definitely an art to it, and I feel I'm just like you, Claire. Like I'm more of an observer on this song because Joe like wrote pretty much all of it, but like the way that he was able to kind of finesse it without like being like too like in your face with the sour candy, I think is like the really cool part. I helped write a song a while ago called Coffee Cake, and I think like when we initially wrote it, it was like in your face with the coffee cake, like almost describing coffee cake, which
I'm grinding the beans. Flour.
I think like we kind of had to pull, we had to pull the plug on it because it was like, hey, like the way that you're writing it is almost like too in your face. Giving a recipe, exactly. And like no one wants to actually listen to that. But I think the
eggs, 1 cup of flour.
I think Joe was able to finesse it without you actually thinking too hardly about sour candy, so I think he did a great
job. Thanks. I appreciate that. That's the first time I heard him compliment my songwriting. So I appreciate that.
I'm seeing your relationship now. You guys are the sour candy kind of aspect. I'm seeing it.
In real time.
Songs about you guys, really. No, but like Legend, I get the whole aspect of like, you know, not making it about coffee cake or sour and sweet, but I think the way that Joseph makes it real is the part where you say like, sometimes you make me forget why I'm at your place, which is, I've been there. I'm like, why am I here? I don't know why I'm here. I'm just enjoying this. And I do like the way that you say, but I'm the same way. When you say that, is that more of like, you know, my partner feels the same way when they're over at my place, they don't know why they're here, you know, even when we're having a bad time. Like what would that part mean?
We had another writer for that. His name is Anu. Shout out to him. When we wrote that together, it was pretty much like, I go to your place, it was all nice, but then when I wake up, I'm like, what the heck did I decided? Like, this is not what it's supposed to be. Because I don't actually like you like that. Or maybe I did, but only conditionally.
For like
And
a
so,
moment. Yeah.
yeah, for a moment, and then realizing that it might not be the best decision. It's kind of like that. It's that wake up moment where you're like, dang, I need to sneak out here quietly.
It's like 2008 rom-com. Like,
Yeah.
Walk of shame.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God. Yeah. Oh, we've all had those.
Yeah.
So again with the sour sweet, I like that the first verse is, you know, the sweet part and then the second is the sour part. What does that transition mean to you? Because I feel like with music you can't have the first and second verse be the same thing. It has to be the first verse is like, this is what the idea is about, and then this is the conflict, and then the resolution's the very end. So what is that transition to you guys?
You said from going from sweet to sour, right? In that order. Is at least when we started writing the song, my idea was to, hey, no shade. Like, you were a great person. Like, for real. There's no shade. And these are the traits that I really like. That's why I'm going to put it out there that you are a sweet person. And this is not a Taylor Swift hate song. You know what I mean? But I do have to start letting you know that these were the things that I didn't like and why things didn't work out. In the chorus, I put endearing names for the song, like, you know, oh my darling. Darling is like such a old use of an endearment, and I think that kind of just shows like I'm not calling you the B word, no calling you any names of derogatory or nothing. I'm literally saying like you just didn't work out, and you were a beautiful soul, just didn't work out. But this is why. That's why in that way it's like
it's like the love letter to them, but it's like love letter. This is why we didn't work out. Bye.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's how I imagine it too. So the way you're saying it, same here. So you brought in a female voice in between. Who is that?
Not to tie this back to anything, but the artist that I was working with, who we were writing Coffee Cake, I think that same day or same like week, I showed her Sour Candy. I was like, well, here's another song I'm working on with my band. She listened to it, and within an hour, maybe, we put together that section. I think for me, like musically, I like, kind of like you were talking about, I kind of like having stages to each part of the song. And I think you like perfectly described it, like the first verse and was different from the second verse and the choruses. And so I think the bridge was like, oh, it'd be kind of cool to introduce the character or something new. She was like, oh, like I'm gonna pretend it's like a phone call or something, and she like calls one of our bandmates, and while she's calling him, it goes to his voicemail, and he doesn't pick up, and she's like, what the like and we added it in there because it was like, it's so symbolic, because we've all been you know, in a relationship where it's just hard to get a hold of each other because you're just on different two separate places. Wavelengths. And it has like both mentally, but like also in the physical, like you're not there in person, like you can't get a hold of this person. So shout outs to Prachi. You guys can check out her music. She's super dope. She has all this new music coming out. She's a R&B pop artist based out of San Francisco. Yeah, you'll love her. Fans of like like Kehlani or Summer Walker or SZA, anything like that.
Yeah, I call that pretty girl music, which is what it is.
Oh yeah, like pretty girl,
pretty girl.
indie R&B, like she kills it. So it was nice to have her on the track. Prachi. Prachi. Yeah.
All right, I'll have to check her out. I love the name too.
She's got a song, Coffee Cake. Shout out your boy, produced it. Yeah.
Shout out to Legend. Honestly, he likes skits. That's why he added Prachi in. He likes skits in between songs, and that's like a very 2090s thing if you really think about that. Yeah, I really like that.
You say that. Yeah,
like Sublime. Sublime did that with Bad Fish, where they're like walking into the bar before they played. It's like
Yeah.
that's why when he brought up that portion, I was a little indifferent about it first, but I was like, not bad. Yeah, oh, let's hop
Yeah.
on this. Yeah,
That's awesome. Yeah, I
put him
also
back to
like
school. You know.
yeah. School all year round for you guys.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I like that you brought her in just because the whole voicemail aspect of it, even I was like, this kind of seems like, it's like 11 at night, he doesn't answer his phone. Like, I have to get this off my chest, but it also feels like a can't say it to his face. I gotta say it over the phone, which I feel like with our generation, a lot of us can't say anything to each other's face. We just do it over text or whatever, which is
I
so
think
frustrating.
Yeah.
I think a lot of this too is like when I thought about it, it wasn't actually rather like can't say it to your face, but it was more like ghosting culture. I didn't think I was like full, like I didn't think that was the initial thought of it, but thinking about it now, I think like a lot of times when things aren't working out, we just kind of do the whole like leave on red and then just leave you a voicemail and never hear back from them after that type of thing.
Yeah. It's a great connection too. We all have experienced that in
Exactly.
best and worst ways. Like,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so fun. So what's the main thing you guys want to take away from Sour Candy? Like, what's the thing that about the song or even just about you guys that you want people to know?
For Sour Candy, at least, I wanted to kind of speak on how dating is in real world this year, this generation, where we should really evaluate all the people that we're dating and not be so jaded on like the thrills in life and the things that they bring, but really think about like, is this person good for me or am I the sour one too, type of thing. So I think I wanted to make people kind of really evaluate their own relationships and or their future dating and to know that it's okay if things didn't work out. And then speaking on our band, I want people to listen to us in a way where, oh wow, like these guys they make like, I don't know, music that make you feel happy, but like have a really sad connotation behind it and talk about real world stuff. Because some people just listen just for the vibes, and I'm cool with that too. But when for the people that decided that maybe I shouldn't just listen for the vibes, and I don't actually know what this song means, and like started listening to what Sour Candy means, maybe it's one of those where an aha moment where wow, I'm like learning things. I got caught by the cool sound but there's actually a meaning behind it type of thing. So
Self-reflection, kind of therapeutic. Yeah, that's the music I love. The things that I'm like, oh my god, that's what that meant.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm like, that's how how did they know that I needed the song right now?
Yeah.
Legend, would you say the same?
I don't know. People really seem to enjoy the vibe of it, which I'm really grateful for because I think when we wrote this song, it was very like we wanted to make it pretty, like sounding. Joe really put the lyrics under it that he was kind of talking about this, but like it sounds happy, but the lyrics itself are kind of sad, or like bittersweet. I think it's a good intro to our music, and a lot of our other songs are kind of similar as well.
Like
it's
Sweet
just
Tea.
yeah, Sweet Tea.
Sweet Tea is another one.
Sweet Tea is like super sad. Actually, if you listen to the lyrics.
Yeah, because at first you're like, oh my god, yay. And then like you listen to it and you're like, oh my god. Like,
yeah. That's actually like if we ever talked about that one day, that's definitely about my own breakup with someone I was seeing, and so it's just like very happy. Very, very happy. Sounds like it could be a Vans skating video or like a PacSun commercial. But the connotation behind it, it's just like, oh, dang.
We have a music video for it, and someone did a reaction music video to it, like just reacting to it, and she was like, who is like breaking these dudes' hearts? Because it's like, they look so happy. And yeah. So like there's like such a disconnect between like the song,
Oh yeah, that's so funny.
its
I remember that
lyrics,
now.
and then
Yeah.
like the music video. It's just all so like when you ask me, even to me it's like a little confusing because like I am like really happy that it's confusing to everyone
Yeah.
in some way.
Yeah.
But to bring it back to Joseph's like initial point, like yeah, we wanted people to like relate to it and understand like it's okay to like have these types of relationships because it's part of growing and it's part of being an adult and eventually like finding someone that maybe matches you like better. You know, you shouldn't be fighting all the time. Like
Yeah.
and you could tell in the lyrics you're like, oh, this is kind of like a crazy relationship that maybe you shouldn't be in.
Well, this was really great, you guys. I'm glad we got to talk. I'm glad I got to like pick your minds and everything. I love doing that. What do you guys have coming up that you want everyone to know about?
We're playing shows again. We took a break for the winter because holidays be busy, but we'll have a show in Seattle on the 27th in February. Would love to see you there. We have a show that we haven't announced yet in Portland and in Vancouver, BC. We hope this summer to get back on the road. We've loved the East Coast and we love Canada and heck, we love the South and everywhere else. So we'd love to play more cities.
Nice. I love that for you guys.
Yeah.
Well, good luck on everything. If you're ever in the East Coast, let me know. I'm there.
Oh yeah, we'll hit you
If
up.
you're ever,
Yeah.
if you're ever at Toad's Place in New Haven, let me know.
We'll do.
Let
Yeah.
me know.
Yeah.
First person to call for sure.
Hell
Yeah.
All
Awesome
right, thank
name,
you
too.
guys. All right, y'all. Thank you for coming to hang out with me in Summer School. You should go check out their song Sour Candy on Spotify. They also just released a new song, I Can't Wait, back in February. You definitely should go check it out. It's very grunge. I like it. Kind of the vibe that we need right now. If you want to stay updated with when the next episode is or check out what kind of music I'm listening to, you can follow me on Instagram at _Clur, CLUURRR. And you can check me out on TikTok at Unclur with Clur, the way the show is spelt. But thanks again, you guys. I'll see you soon. Bye.
Oh my, darling, can you steal away? I hate the way you make me feel. So take it tonight, the thrill. Oh my, darling, can you steal away? I hate the way you make me feel. But I'm so jaded, can't deny the thrill. Was nice and dandy. Now I'm stuck with sour candy. My friends don't like you, so I told them to go to hell. Do we fuck or fight now? Can they take me with as well? And I swear some days you make me forget why I stay at your place. But I'm the same way. I know a place that I could go, but my friends don't have the spark you do. I light up with you. Oh my, darling, can you steal away? I hate the way you make
late to shit. You hate my friend. Think I wanna try again.
Sorry I missed your call. Leave me a message and I'll respond as soon as possible. Thanks.
Oh, my darling, can we steal away? I hate the way you make me feel, but I'm so jaded, can't deny the